Why do you think the zoning board has taken action against this particular Paris farmer?
I'm not sure because there's always got to be somebody that they're going to start with first. If they were going to try to hit all the farmers at once, they would get the kind of response you see here now. But people are very wise and they're very educated into the goings-on of overtaxation and overreaching by government power.
Do you have an opinion of what the decision will be today and how that will affect farmers in the area?
Obviously, if this farmer loses the decision, all the farmers are going to find themselves being brought into control, brought in line. That will raise the cost of doing business, and we will all suffer for that. And right now, specifically now, as we all know, the drought across the country is terrible. And the farms right in my community on the other side of the county have been just pulling up dry crops. They're dead. And we're in a lot of trouble. The last thing we need is more regulation and just grabbing tax money.
Fauquier County touts itself as an agricultural-friendly county. Do you think that that's true?
Not with this kind of operation, no. I don't think so.
What can farmers and non-farmers do to prevent further assaults on farmers?
Well, number one, the Constitution of Virginia here has been assaulted tremendously. What they're doing is assigning a fine to something that was legal previously. And in Article 1 of the Bill of Rights of Virginia's Constitution, it specifically states that ex post facto law cannot be brought onto the people. And that's exactly what this is. It's ab initio to be selling your crops. It was legal before the Constitution was ratified, June 29, 1776, and now they're making it illegal, so they are an ex post facto violation.
Meaning it was made illegal after it was practiced legally.
Meaning they have criminalized what was a legal operation. It's almost exactly like Obamacare. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, it was not necessary for people to pay for women's abortions or for control of birth, which is strictly up to the individual. And now, 2 days later, we are all paying for something that we may not necessarily believe in.
So the ramifications go far beyond constrictions and restrictions on farmers.
It has a great parallel to all the things that are happening in the country right now.
Anything else you'd like to tell us?
I certainly hope that everyone would read, if you're from Virginia or from whatever state this is going to be seen in. Make yourself familiar with your state constitution and your Bill of Rights. It really was what the entire fight was about in the Constitutional Convention in 1788. George Mason asked us, why aren't you going to put the Bill of Rights in front of it? Instead, they destroyed it all and made it amendments. And by the way, you see the amendments under attack because someone decided it was a good idea to make them individual amendments. They can just as well be attacked individually, and we see that now.
I've heard that Chick-fil-A Day is the equivalent of the Tea Party back in the 18th century. You think that's a fair analogy?
I've heard that response this morning, and I have to agree. It's a spark. It may have even had a greater response than all of the Tea Party actions did in the last 2 years in their events, because everyone who couldn't get to a rally could get to a Chick-fil-A.
Thank you very much.
You're quite welcome.